All right, that says that we are live and give a couple of minutes for people to start coming in. I know that Skipper will not be able to be with us this evening, but Susie Q most likely will be. She was able to be off work early and is raring to stream, so here we are. Hey Joel, how you doing? There were a couple people in the chat that I already spoke to, and that was Joel, Uncle Smiley's, and Paul McCarthy. I had to go back and make sure. So anyway, we don't have a scheduled guest, but we are going to try to talk about reptiles. And I had put in the name spot Bob and Orchid. I plan to have Orchid, one of my big female ball pythons, on with me. And Heifer's asleep, but I kind of did some moving around stuff and stuff. I hate to wake her up, but she might respond to the little noises I made. I think there's the Susie now. It is. It is. Susie. Tuesday in the dark.
Bob.
Okay. Well, you know what's funny is I'm using one of my tripods.
If I can get this fixed. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Susie. I'm using one of my tripods. I improved my lighting, made sure I had something behind me to look at besides me. Hey, Skipper. Howdy, howdy. I would be up there, but I'm exhausted. I know what you mean, brother. I understand. In fact, I messaged these guys and said, I'm going to probably take off unless you all want to go, because I just really, I don't know, sometimes it's not really depression, maybe it's just the seasonal thing that, and it's so dark so early. And I had a busy day, a very productive today, art stuff, and I'll be back at that tomorrow. But anyway, Susie came to my rescue and said, I'll be there, be square. So here I am.
Well, 7 weenie.
Yes, yes. What's on your hand?
My gloves.
Oh,
ripped open again.
Oh, no. See, it ain't so.
I took Dragon Lair. And I turned it into my house, like my house key. And my thumb, my 2 fingers, the skin just ripped off.
Dang.
Well, it is what it is. Hi, guys.
Who else came in? Davo, the skipper. I said hello to Dragon Lair. Joel and Paul McCarthy, I'd already spoken to. Coro Works, don't forget that like. Thank you, Coro. Appreciate you. You should be a mod, Coro. I don't know if that's something you're interested in, but if it is, we could always use a couple of more mods. If you're not, just say no.
It's a mess. I got to do something about that.
Yeah. So it looks like you're settled in, Susie. I almost sent you a link to something. I can't remember what it was now, but dang it. It was something that you would be interested in, and it was something to do with Pennsylvania, West Virginia and Pennsylvania. I don't know.
I wish you didn't have to see my background. Guys, ignore that.
What's back there? That's the way what I'm looking at in front of me looks like.
Oh, good. Except for I can't hide it. I can't hide it.
Well, we're looking at you anyway, so don't worry.
Cool. You don't know what you were going to send me about Pennsylvania? Was it fun?
It was, I want to say, but it wouldn't make sense, but it was something about a hike, or I don't know. It might even have been about the Appalachian Trail. I can't remember because, I spend way too much time half sleeping and listening to things, and I'll see if I can find it. I don't know that I can or can't. Hey, Holly. I've seen you in
freaks.
You take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C.
Wow, okay.
It'll strengthen your skin.
Is that a lot?
1,000's not, I don't think. I don't know. I think, I may be wrong, but I think among all the other stuff that he does, Dragon Lair, for some of you probably know, and he's the same to you, he's kind of my personal Wikipedia, except more reliable than Wikipedia, I find.
Yeah, right.
So I was thinking about that the other day when I was looking something up. In fact, I went ahead and messaged him and asked him. It was about plants. Now I remember Dragon Lair, and he had the info I was looking for. But Dragon Lair, I lost my whole train of thought. That's the thing about, getting sidetracked and really having a conversation, trying to have a normal conversation. But anyway, Holly, it's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Really good to see you. And there's the Huawei. I hope that Floyd, where he's ever at, comes in so that he won't see you unless you come up. That would be cool. But he was hollering Huawei, not today, but yesterday. Huawei, Huawei, Huawei. I got out of the shower and he was Huawei, 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 like he always does, like he can't find you. That's what I was going to say. Thank you, Dragon Lair. He's psychic also. When I said of all the other things that he does, I thought that he was a pharmacist. So there you go. I had
Is he?
He was, yeah. Yep. And I think who told me that was another pharmacist, Ginger Graves. So there you go.
Wow.
Verified.
That's a tough job, man. I don't think I could do that gig, obviously.
Oh my God. And most of the pharmacists these days, it's just automatic, and physical therapists, they get a doctorate in it. It's just the kind of not the standard, but it's just what they all go ahead and do.
Yeah.
A PharmD and like last time I went to therapy 2 or 3 years ago, they all had doctorate on their thing, and I'm like, dang, and they seemed like they were 17 or 18 years old, is what was saying. Young people.
Young people losing their mind. Sorry, I'll stop.
I've got worm down here between my knees, scratching me bloody almost, trying to get me to pick her up.
Oh,
I'm showing them the wounds that you're inflicting on me. Come on, worm. Girl.
yeah.
Rotten. Well, I will share, since I don't really have anything else burning, that diabetically, I started on an automatic sensor thing. So I have that thing on me now. And so we may hear it alarm or chirp or do something because it registers it every 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Man, I wish I had done this months ago when the doctor gave it to me and prescribed it. I've only had to stick my finger once since I've been on it. It's been maybe 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
But it's really cool to see how, as I knew already, but to see it in real time, how my blood pressure vacillates. Not blood pressure, blood sugar. Blood pressure's fine. But it'll drop, like when we were at Pet Sense a while ago at an adoption event. I said, guys, I feel like my blood sugar's dropping. And it was 300, and that was after and he started me on a new insulin. And Elaine, one of the longtime volunteers that was sitting beside me, said, well, you just looked at it an hour ago, and it had dropped 99 points. So basically from 300 to 201.
Wow.
So you feel that when it happens fast, But, 201 is a little bit high.
Yeah.
Normally,
Mine
just runs high. Long retired Q, Ginger, and I graduated from Auburn. Yeah, that's what she told me.
Wow. Not the same year, is it? Like together? You knew each other in a past life?
No, Ginger is probably young enough to be mine and his daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. It must be a really good school.
Auburn is. Our vet for the ARC went to school there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he graduated before her.
Auburn is a great school. Many years before she, though.
You know the movie that Mel Gibson was in, where I think it was Akeem, the actor with the hair lip. They met like aliens invaded their house.
Oh, and they were hiding in the pantry or something?
Yes. Okay, yes. So the pharmacy in that movie, that's my pharmacy. That's the pharmacy right up the road. When
Oh,
he walks
cool.
in and they do a long shot to the girl who wants to confess to him, that's my pharmacy, Burr's Pharmacy.
Wow.
There's a picture of Mel Gibson on the wall, and when I see the movie, I'm like, oh my god, that is my. They made it look so big, but I, like Holly, have a small town pharmacy. It's not really that big. It's just how they had their camera magic. I just thought I'd share that about my pharmacy.
Well, that's cool.
But that girl they had behind the counter was an actor. It wasn't our people.
Oh, it really wasn't a pharmacist.
No.
I guess they have laws or rules or what am I trying to say? Like somebody that controls the professions like that. I know.
Oh yeah, they would have to, right? They'd have to.
Yeah, not a guild, but you know what I'm trying to
That
say.
would be a really dangerous job. I mean, I
Yeah.
would imagine every druggie in the world that's the place they'd want to rob. What
Yeah.
happened?
Uh-oh.
What happened? ¿Qué pasó?
I was going to try to put the same thing on mine because I don't even have a picture on mine.
When I was making it, I just put it on there. Now I'm black. Come on, man.
I can believe that, Dragon Lair.
What do you say?
He said that Auburn has one of the very best pharmacy and veterinary schools in the U.S.
Okay. Very cool.
It's not easy
I
to
was such a goof off. By the time I was a senior in high school, I was already a full-blown drunk. I destroyed all my educational hopes and dreams. No, so it wasn't until like I got sober that I went back to college, and it took me almost 18 years just to get my bachelor's degree. Because by that time, I had 4 kids, single mom.
That's
I
amazing.
hate myself all the time.
I'm just amazed by people that can do that, you know. Yeah, that's what it was, Davo, was a union, but Screen Actors Guild would I think would be the union, I'm guessing, for actors. So yeah, both of those. Signs, Joel says, was the name
That's
of the
it. That's a movie. Yeah, Signs.
That was scary. That was a scary movie.
It was because it was so almost real. Like it was like not real, but it could really happen. And the whole movie where his wife gets in the accident and they tell you the story piecemeal, that breaks my heart. Just breaks my heart.
Yes.
Breaks my heart.
Yep. And it was so much of it was just every day, you know, like it could be going on right now in the house, you know.
Well, exactly, with the drones and everything.
Yep. Good movie. I might see if I can see that on my little cell phone tonight when I'm going to sleep.
I made a mistake in my reptile room. Not a big one, not like the big mistake I made that destroyed one of my tanks, but I gave them food and water, left. I am very proud of it. Thank you, Dragon Lair. And then 6 hours later, John comes home from work and he's like, "Where's the cat?" And the cat always greets him. I had closed the door with her inside the reptile room. She was so scared by the time I let her out. I don't know what she did, what she was trying to do. Did she? Because she can't get to any of the animals except for all the tortoises because they're all on the ground layer with no door on them. They have like a wire cage, but she's pretty slick.
Hey, Jenny Lynn.
Hey, Jenny Lynn.
That's funny because mine all go in there, all the dogs and the cats, and I just got a new foster cat. We probably won't see him. I let another volunteer name him because he's a black cat. And
like brand new?
Yeah, brand new. He's been here like 3 days. Got him from the kill shelter, and his time was up. So I got him Friday, but he couldn't go to the vet to have his vetting done till Monday. And then I didn't get him till Tuesday. So I guess he's been here 3 days now. But he was really scared, not like a lot of cats that are really gregarious, you know, when you can talk to them and have them in your lap the first few minutes. But so I just left him in his carrier and opened the door, and he was gone the next morning. That was late evening. He was gone the next morning, not in that room, not in the carrier. But I looked around a little bit, and I found him behind the dryer. That's a common place. So I just put some food back there, and he ate it. And yesterday I couldn't find him, and I was spending some time in the reptile room, cleaning and catching up and stuff. And I'm looking around in my red tail green. Joel had asked me recently if I still had it, and I should have taken a picture. or a little video and said, yes, Joel, he's still here. But anyway, that beautiful, beautiful green rat snake.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Watching him, and then I noticed something move, and right behind his, he's in a 40 breeder, right behind, on the back behind his habitat, his aquarium, there was the cat. There was Charlie just sitting there looking at the snake and looking at me, and I'm like, hey, Charlie. So,
Oh my, he wasn't in it though, was he? Not
no,
yet.
no, they can't get in them. They're all clipped and screened and all that. But that's where Twitch, my new one of the cats that came home from the Ark when we closed, and I'm thinking I'm going to adopt her, but
Oh.
oh, she's 3, but I don't need a cat that young. I'm too old for a cat that young. But anyway, he had buddied up with her, and she had him in the reptile room, so he's been hanging out in there. But I don't find him in there today. So, but he eats. I keep dry food out in 2 places where the dogs can't get it, so he
Yeah.
eats. So he'll come out when he's ready.
That happened when we rescued John and I rescued a kitten like 5 years ago. Her name was Mercedes because I rescued her from a Mercedes parking lot. Just a little thing, probably 6 weeks, very young. Took her to the vet, got all her shots. They gave us the like how to feed her, how to help her because she wasn't really that old yet. And she hid in the back of a dresser drawer and didn't come out for days. John almost didn't go to work after day 3. He's like, I can't go to work. I can't. And then his boss, who thank goodness was a cat lover, and said, don't worry, John. She'll come out. She's just scared.
Yeah.
She did.
It sounds like John is on good terms with the cats.
Oh, he's the cat person. He's definitely a cat person.
Really?
Definitely a cat person more than a dog person.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yep. But
I'm going to get up in a second and go look and see if Orchid, the ball python, woke up.
oh,
I used to have her on a lot when I would stream in there, but the Wi-Fi is so bad in there, and I'm in the process of getting all that stuff moved back to the dining room and just have the dining room be the snake or the reptile room, no table or anything in there like I used to have. But my mice are almost all gone. I've sold those, and
what happened? Oh, you sold them.
the pet shop. So
What about you're not using the males for the food?
the only things that I have to feed live are my big blood python, and she takes a rat, so I have to get her a rat every now and then.
So you weren't breeding them at all to help feed your collection?
Yes. Oh yeah, quite a bit.
Okay.
But they'll everything I have except her will eat frozen thawed.
But what if you had those mice, you could freeze them, right?
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. It's okay.
So okay, you're just gonna buy them for somebody else to do it. Got it.
In fact, I just bought a great big order of frozen mice, 3 sizes.
So I'm gonna be really cheeky here. I got my last craft fair coming up, and I think I showed the rolling trays. And the one side, I'm going to put this up.
Hold on, let me see.
You don't have to put it up, Bob. You don't have to put it up, just this. So that you can't tell it's a rolling tray. It looks like a tray for Santa's cookies. But I'm not going to attach it to the tray. I'm just going to lay it in there so that Santa can still use the tray afterwards.
I see.
Isn't that I thought that was so clever.
That is, yeah.
And maybe, the mom can leave Santa something else over here in the slot.
Sure. Right.
I just thought that was cute. That, and I feel funny having it out on my table at a craft fair. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm in recovery. Maybe I'm old school. But I'm like, it just feels funny having like these paraphernalia like things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did it go? I'm proud of them. I just made this ashtray. Doesn't it kind of look like amber?
Like amber. It looks like marijuana to me.
The color. The color. I'm talking the artistic wise. The color, the dripping.
Yeah.
Yes, it is marijuana. leaf ashtray. It's what I call a decorative ashtray.
Right.
These seem to sell very well. Go figure.
What is that color?
I think it's like an amber color. It was green and all the different browns and all the different greens. And then I put a gold backing and it changed the way the whole thing looked. I'm like, and I really fell in love with it. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm having fun experimenting with different like things. This one I put gravel in from my fish tank. I had some black gravel. I put some black gravel in this ashtray and it looks like all bumpy. It came out really cool and it's super heavy and chunky. I know a lot of people don't smoke anymore, but John Bagga smokes and a lot of my friends still smoke. So
Yeah. So
I'm
many.
taking stuff out of my aquariums.
Sam said it's a Japanese maple.
That's it. That's it.
Right.
Yes. Thank you for the save. Actually, my back windshield is covered in miniature Japanese maple leaves. And I guess that's what the Japanese maple is anyway, the miniature ones. And it's so funny because I look in the mirror and I see little like pot plants all over my, but it's, fall.
But it's right.
Falling.
Yeah. Holly likes that marijuana tray. She gave 3 hearts for that. Actually, 6 hearts.
Oh, you should see some of my trays. Oh my God. I am in love. Like, can I don't want to demonetize you.
Yes. No. But I would like to blow it up because I'm on like looking at a postage stamp picture.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Am I blown up?
You're blowed up. Dear God, look at that mess back there.
So I tried to get rid of the layer, but I made this one super psychedelic. And I think I showed you that, right?
That's a tray, right?
It is a tray. And then I made a tray for John Bagga. Get ready. Get ready, all you Tennessee fish fam.
Uh-oh. All right. That's Titans. Yeah.
Look at that. He wasn't a fan of the glitter part, but you know what? Too bad, so sad.
He can put his ashtray and his beer on there.
Right, exactly. He
And
can
his
put
remote.
And it's hard as a rock, and it's super heavy duty.
That's cool. So he's a Titans fan?
He has been a Titans fan since they were Oilers. And then I got a grinder. I actually made this. All these little spikes. It's so compact that none of them touch each other, though. Look how beautiful. Like,
I need to get one of those from you.
do you use that for your pills?
I do it not for mine, but for Tish, the dog that's all
Grinds it right up. Grinds it right up, and it's so.
She has one, but I cannot find one that's that big around. And with, you don't know anything about this, Susie, but when you get older and your hands are arthritic, it hurts to turn.
Look at my hands.
Like bottles and stuff.
I can't even turn my key on. So this one goes with the psychedelic one.
Cool.
I'm playing with these alcohol inks. And this, maybe somebody in the chat knows what this is. Because I certainly don't. It's like small up here and big down here. I have no idea what somebody would use this for, but it came with the mold, so I make one every time I make a tray. But I have no idea what it is. And it can't be incense because it rolls downhill. So.
Oh, that's what I was going to say is like incense.
Almost. It's the same shape as an incense would be, but it rolls downhill. I'm like, what? So, yeah. And I think I showed you before, I took the insert of a muffin tin.
Yeah.
And I'm using that inside all the ashtrays so that they don't have to dirty up an ashtray. It doesn't have to be just decorative.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, those are my, and my turtle. I had extra of everything, so it looks really weird. But here's some of the gravel I used. And I made this little tortoise. Is he not so cute?
Is he that color too? That the maple?
No, this one is all solid amber, all orange with glitter.
Cool.
And then another project I did had this brown in it, so I made him brown. And then this was another project. So like this was just a mold sitting there, and anytime I had extra stuff, I just dumped it in here, and this is what he turned out.
I'm
Doesn't look
sitting
like
here.
a turtle at all.
I'm sitting here nodding at you like you can see me.
That's it. You can blow me down.
All right.
As opposed to blow me up.
Yeah.
You can blow me down now. So I am panic struck trying to get ready for this is the last show, and I'm going to be deciding whether or not I'll ever do another craft show again.
When is this one?
Sunday, all day Sunday.
Wow.
And it's the last one of the year, and thank goodness it's indoor because these are tough. You got to be tough to do them. Anyway, Jenny Lynn had a question. Was to say, what type of heat do you use in your 4x2x2 EcoFlex enclosure? I'm curious if you use a heat mat underneath. That's what I currently use in my glass enclosures for the ball pythons. I don't have a ball python, so I know I would never put a heat mat in.
Beautiful alcohol inks, Holly.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Holly. I am having a lot of fun experimenting. The one that's over here curing is blue, and every shade of blue I could find, alcohol inks and all swirly. And
well, Holly, that's the issue she's having with her hands, though. I don't know if you knew that, but
I would like to continue with them. So curious.
Oh, sorry.
Jenny, I use a basking bulb. My room stays at 75 to 80. Oh, so he doesn't need heat. He just uses the other. I know the bearded dragons need belly heat. I didn't know if that was the same. It's probably not the same for snakes. But my bearded dragons, they need belly heat specifically to digest. But the ceramic heater, work good. It can be left on all night. I don't like using under enclosure heat. Yeah, me either. You know those rocks, the clay rocks that you plug in and it burns animals?
Yep.
If you cut the cord and keep the rock in there, like if you have an old one, and you put your heat bulb right above it, that rock heats up so nicely to have some underbelly heat. So it's a way, if you have those and don't want to throw it away, I just cut the cord right at the rock, and I use the rock to absorb the heat right above the heat lamp.
Oh,
just saying.
Joel said cool stuff, Susie. Uncle Smiley, Joel.
Thank you. Thank you.
There. If a heat mat fails, it can severely. Yeah, I use the thermostat thingies on mine.
Oh, yeah. What do you call them? I always wondered why the thermostats fit it. I always wondered why they didn't have them in the fish keeping hobby. And then I found out a couple years ago, oh, they do.
Yeah.
I just didn't have them in the fish keeping hobby.
There's something like thermoregulator or something like that. You're asking me. I can't remember where I'm at the time.
So don't blow me up. I'm just showing you this one. And then this goes right here. And it becomes a Santa tray.
A what tray?
A Santa tray.
Santa. I thought you said a Santa tray. And I'm like, are we going to go there now?
What's a Santa?
Santa, S-A-N-A. Never mind.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Like a sanitary napkin or something.
Oh!
You know my mind's always in the gutter.
There's no use for a tray in that world, Bob.
That's not. Q, using a rock directly under a basking bulb is better like that.
Yeah, I find it, and the animals love it because even at night when my light goes off, that rock stays hot for quite a long time.
Yeah. I
always feel guilty when the light goes off. I think they need to have that heat all the time, and they don't.
I noticed a lot of the herping videos when they're going around trying to see what they can see or catch or all that. A lot of them do it at night or just as the sun's going down because the snakes become active. A lot of snakes do, and they crawl out on the warm road.
Oh, wow.
Susie, I have paver stones under
Oh,
the
perfect. Yes.
inlet.
Your leopard gecko. Yep, that's very similar. I find that it works so much better.
Hey, Lori. Welcome, welcome. There's another
Hello,
mom.
hello.
Also known as Monster Fish Gal. Yeah. Lori, since you're a mod over on Dan's, well, everybody probably wants to know that. I've been talking to him about coming on and doing a presentation for us on Dan's Fish.
Oh, nice.
Dan Hodnett, and he's mentioned that he would like to do it during the holidays when there's no shipping. And I told him I hated for him to give up a Sunday during holiday time, but I hadn't heard back from him. And also Rick, what is Rick's last name? Font, and his channel is real cool. He has fish in. As soon as it would say his channel, but it's
okay. What's his channel? I was going to say, what's his channel?
I know. I'm trying to remember. What is his channel, Worm? Zen something.
Zen Gardens?
Maybe. Lives in Washington. His wife's name's Kayla. He works at a hospital. I don't remember all that, but not
everything but his channel name.
Everything. Yeah. But I asked him to come on Reptales, and he's working, getting that overtime for Christmas. People grabbing it. But he's working a lot. He's working 6 days. Kind of just pretty much what Skipper said earlier.
Yeah.
So, but he's awesome because he loves to talk, and, he knows a lot. So, he's great. So he can do either or, So and I told him that I doubt Dan would come on as quick as this Sunday. So I haven't seen how he responded. So we may have him Sunday. He's always good. He's been on a couple of times.
So these Aqua Garden Zen. I knew it had something to do with a garden.
Yeah, you're right. You're both right.
These grandbabies are driving you crazy? I can relate. But guess what? Zoe, my 9-year-old that I homeschool, had her very first public presentation today. And I was so dang proud of her.
How did she do?
She did amazing. Some of the other kids, just said nonsensical stuff. Some of the kids just had a piece of paper in front of them and read the whole thing. But because of being an HR trainer for so long, that was never an option for her. So I gave her bullet point words like the flag. What does it mean? And that's it. Nothing else was on the paper. So she had to look up and tell people what the colors of the flag were. And she made eye contact. She even made a couple jokes on her own. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so proud of her.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it lasted 3.5 minutes. So you would think she just had a Nobel Prize speech. No, it was 3.5 minutes. And I was in tears crying with pride.
Oh. How old is she? 6?
9.
9. Okay.
9.
Wow.
And she did it on the country Ghana. Because this last semester we did different countries around the world above the equator. Next semester we're going to do below the equator.
I had a rat snake from there, but it didn't. It was wild caught. It didn't thrive.
Oh.
I just had a pop up while you were talking from Rick, and he said that would be awesome. Talking about Sunday.
Oh, good.
Asking what time that is in PST.
If he wants to do earlier, you can have my time slot to get him more, whatever time you need, Bob. So you know that. We
can switch.
We can switch, or you can take up the whole time with them. I'm right there in the audience, sucking up every bit of it.
Yeah. I'll see what works for him.
A 2-year-old girl and a 1-year-old boy. My babysitting for my other daughter starts next week, and it's next month, January. 2-year-old girl and a 2-month-old girl. There's a reason why you're in your 30s, 20s, and 30s when you have kids, because you have the energy.
Right.
This is scary.
And the patience, usually.
Suspect she's a mini Q. A little bit. Yeah, except for she doesn't have that drive, that passion for learning new things. She's more like, whatever. I don't care. I said, well, what do you want to do next? I let her pick whatever we can explore. And she goes, well, instead of reading, can I do audiobooks? No.
Well, is that
And it's a
enough?
reading class. It's a reading class.
Oh, well, worth a shot. Hey,
It was worth a shot. She's funny.
they love the fishies though. That's cool.
Oh yeah. I tried to get her to do a report like on the axolotls because the next report is going to be like a how-to presentation, so she can learn how to teach people how to something, anything she wants. I said, well, you know all about how to feed an axolotl, you know all about how to set up a fish tank, you know all about like all these things I'm telling her that she won't need notes for, just like bullet points. Like, nah, nah, nah.
Hey, Paul, welcome back. I saw you were in before we started, just before. Welcome back.
Has anybody heard from the morning show? What's her name? I forget her name now already.
The morning show.
Remember? She was a real sweetheart.
Oh, the fishy show.
Yeah.
Jess.
See that this was one of her cups.
Yes, I have one too. I do. I haven't. And she used to pop in, but I haven't seen her.
I haven't seen her in a while, unless she's got another channel name that I don't recognize her. Oh, look, it happened again. It has something to do with my coffee when I put my coffee down. Let's see if I can fix it.
Her and Dee Dee were doing that together, I think.
Yeah, there were a couple people doing it. And when she went back to work, there's other people filling in for it. Maybe it was just too much. I'm sure it was too much. They were doing what, 4 or 5 days a week? 4 days a week.
Everybody's saying no, miss her. So.
Yeah, I miss her.
I got up a couple of times early to do something in there to say hi or something, but that's too early for me.
Yeah, so busy with life. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Or running away from life, and then you can do YouTube. Or
I don't know if she's still shipping fish or selling things or not. She sent me a butt ton of snails.
she might have been getting rid of her stock. Right?
Oh, this was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think that's when she stopped, right? Or maybe
Oh,
I don't
maybe,
remember.
maybe. And also, I'm not in this on this platform, as they say, that much. I really am not. I really ain't. Paul said, "Hey, Susie," and sent you a yellow hand waving.
He sure said yay.
Hmm?
Oh, Paul.
Paul, yeah.
Hey, hey, hey. Don't mind me. I am laminating. I'm laminating Santa.
Oh, poor Santa. That's probably how he stays so young looking, you know it.
Oh, look at there's Tennessee Fish Keeper. Let's see if he likes this. I love anyone with the name Tennessee.
Hey.
Anyone with the name Tennessee. I should have put that in our logo.
That's a good idea, you know it.
But it's a comet. It's cool. But I think we got a lot going on in our logo. We might have to remove some things.
What's in the bottom parallel line in the T?
It is nothing.
F. There you go. Maybe.
So up here, it's just got the fish, the flower, the tree, what kind of tree was it? The state tree. I can't see this; it's so small. The bird.
Yeah. Can you see the snake? I can't
Oh
see.
yeah.
She woke up. She's in there with her husband. I tapped on the side. You want to come out, girl?
Ooh.
I've been having Wi-Fi problems in here, but I'll see if she wants to come out. She usually does if I offer. Come on, it's open. Come on. If the Wi-Fi lasts. And now there's Terry. Shocker. There's the Terry.
Where's Terry?
right
Oh,
there.
is that the
Oh,
name of your dog?
this cherry.
I was looking for detritus.
Right?
I was looking for detritus. That Terry.
Uh, Brandon. Yep, yep. Did I miss anything while I was walking? Just people saying hello. Oops.
Yeah.
It's a Lions fan. What?
What? Huh. I can't even.
But he did say that was nice.
Oh no, when I laminated it, it's too big now. It doesn't fit. I have to trim it down a bit. I guess I
Sorry.
didn't plan that out so well.
I'm trying to reinforce telling her to come on out.
Is it working?
Yeah, I think she had just woke up. She might have even been dozing when I was looking at her. She didn't eat last night. Her hubby got her meal and his. And so it was like 2:30 in the morning. And I thought, I could take this up again tomorrow night. I have others to feed tonight too to finish off.
So do you don't I guess you don't do all your snakes the same day.
No,
Is it
no.
because it's too much work or because they already have a schedule of their own?
Well, their schedule is not very rigid. It's not. It's a general schedule, but um, it's too much. That's a lot of mice to be thawing out. And if they don't eat the first group, I still have the food for the next night.
Group. Okay, that makes sense.
She settled back down. You little heifer, come on. She was up and I tapped on the side. Now that I think about it, since she didn't eat, she's never bitten me, but
Uh-oh.
she
Be careful.
yeah, she never has. Come on, girl. She not like well, she can hear me. That's another thing I learned from Dragon Lair. The resources say that snakes hear differently, and they do, but they can hear. It's a myth.
Why is it a wives' tale that they can't?
Well, even some of the literature says that they can't, and that it's
Oh.
not really sounds, that it's muffled and it's this and this and this, but they can hear fine. I mean, the snakes I have they can hear pretty good. And I was kind of led to believe that that unless something made a vibration or something like on the ground or the side of their habitat, they couldn't hear it, but that's not true. There's the new kitty. Charlie, there he is behind there. Let's see if I can see. I'm going to blow this up so y'all can see the new kitty.
Oh, watching that snake, man. Oh, is it all black?
Yeah, that's what he was doing. There goes the end of the snake's tail, the very tip of it, for the last foot or so, going back in his hide. But yeah, he's all black.
How old is he?
2. Had to think a minute. I've had several come and go.
9. Oh, and you're just fostering? I wish we lived closer, Bob. Oh my God, we could share animals.
Yeah. Worm and Terry could come. Look at this and stay with you.
Oh my God. Yeah, my dogs would step on them without looking.
They're both underneath me here. I can't believe.
My dogs are 2 years old and they are just blinded by anything around them. They just. I did a desperate post on Facebook about my dogs.
There was one at our kill shelter, our city kill shelter, and that's where I get the cats from, and dogs that are small. There goes the chameleon. She said, I've had enough.
Oh, yeah.
She said, I've gone up here and warm up. I've got to feed her too tonight.
I wish I still had my Clark Kent, my chameleon.
Yeah.
He was so cool. He really was.
Merry Christmas, Bob. I shared talk later from Brandon, the Lions fan. All right, Brandon. Merry Christmas to you, too. If I call magic, he comes to the front of the enclosure and looks right at me. See there?
Yep. Yeah. Jenny Lynn says when she comes home from work, the corn snake comes out. So, and Bruiser says he's inside all day. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, way I keep a cat to each snake.
They're called babysitters.
That was an elliptical conniption. It's sitting on the shelf behind the enclosure.
Ah.
But it's a place, I guess it's warm. Well, I know it's warm because the room's warm, but then there's a heat lamp there.
Yeah,
and then
Spicy sleeps on top of the gecko, right on top of the lamp, too.
And then there's one up above. There's my small carpet python. I started to say people are out and about. It's early for snakes to be cruising around. She still didn't come out of her thing. She must be saying, no, I just want to eat.
Now, Bob, a couple days ago, did you have 60-degree weather like a freak?
We did. It warmed up and it was raining. So, yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, same here. My turtle out front, Yertle, woke up and came out. I'm like, I didn't know. Like, should I feed her? So I just talked to her for a little bit. I don't want to get her digestive system moving. She should be hibernating right now or ruminating. So I didn't know what to do. But she came out. The frogs came out. There's 2 frogs sitting on the side of the pond, and I looked at them. I'm like, "What do you got?" And boom, they jumped right back into the pond.
Oh, Joel, he got his shirt today. Sorry.
Oh, did you get it? And all the cool extras. You like the little sticky stickers?
Mm-hmm. Which shirt was that?
Whips World.
Oh, that's right.
He has, I guess he had a giveaway, right? He had a giveaway of his shirts. So then he tells me where to send it. And I saw who it was to, so I had to give him some little some.
Dragon Lair says, don't feed her, Q.
Don't, okay. I didn't, but I felt guilty about not feeding her.
I know. I think that's probably something like that, or I obviously did something wrong with my blue-tailed skink, whose name has totally escapes me. Oh, the memory. Nelson.
Thank you.
Yeah. The way that I had to remember that is Pam's maiden name is Nelson, but that's not.
Have you heard from Pam lately?
I haven't heard from Pam. I
hope she's surviving the winter good where she is. I know it's bad winters up there.
It is really cold there, and I know she always talks about how cold her little place is there and having to bundle up and stuff. So you're right. Don't feed her here.
I'm glad I didn't feed her. I know if it was the koi, which they didn't start swimming, but if it was the koi, I would never feed the koi. So I just applied the same rules.
I think that Nelson possibly, now that I'm thinking about it, could have been in a brumation and I didn't realize it and woke up, and now she's on the move, the snake. And I fed him and I shouldn't have. I don't know. It had to be something I did because he wasn't that old.
Right. Well, that's like my, not Clementine. Yeah, Clementine. My scaleless beardy. 2 years ago, I think it was, when she came out of brumation, she was so underweight. I tried to beef her up, but she never came back. Like that whole year, and then the next year, she just disappeared. Like, not disappeared. I found her, but it was so sad. I'm like, I wish I knew when it's okay to wake them up, when it's not okay to wake them up.
Right. Oh, Pam's been MIA for a while, even on Discord.
And I know a lot of times her internet would go out, right?
Right. Oh, GRB. Hey, GRB, I hadn't seen you in a minute. Acquired a new blue tongue skink.
Woo! What kind?
She succumbed to the cabin fever. Let's hope not. Unless you're talking about my Nelson.
No, didn't somebody say they just got a blue tongue skink?
GRB did.
Yeah. What kind is blue tongue skink? I have a northern blue tongue skink.
You get a lot of that, don't you, GRB? You said it moved inside from the backyard. He had two other lizards that did that.
Wow.
I think are pets now. Oh, it made a home under one of his 6-foot fish tank cabinets.
Aww.
Cool. I wish we had.
Way cool. I know they got skinks like we got squirrels. Pretty much every day on oh, she's on Facebook. Ah. I hate to open Facebook, but for Pam, I will open it and look.
Oh, he believes it's a local juvenile king skink.
Oh.
3 feet.
Holy coly.
Glenn. Yeah, GRB is Glenn. I had forgotten that.
Glen RB.
Glenn RB. Yep.
And that's a juvenile at 3 foot. Wow.
Can you imagine? I'd have to put the chihuahuas up, you know?
Oh, no, it grows about 3 foot. It's not 3 foot yet. Okay. Wow.
You have to put the chihuahuas away.
What do you mean put them away?
If I had a 3-foot skink.
Oh. Yeah, or like if you had a tiger, you would not be able to have your dogs. That's for sure.
Yazzie's, just 4.5 pounds. He's tiny compared to these dogs. Tiny. That would be.
I definitely thought about getting a small dog. And then and I was having the hardest time adopting, like I was telling you. And then the garage down the street, the guy who runs a garage station, friends with John, like John does his heating and air. He does our cars, like they trade services. And he said, we can have the first pick of the litter if we want. And I'm like, Labrador it is. I was perfectly fine with that. But originally I wanted one of those small yappers.
My Indonesian blue tongue is over 2 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, Nelson was getting up there. He was like 18 inches, I want to say. I used to measure him. He would let me do that. So.
Oh, I love the shinglebacks.
Okay, the bobtail. Yep. You read fast. Well, actually, you can see it, and I can't.
Where, GRB, where do you live?
I think he's in Australia.
No, I know, but like where in Australia?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's all right. I mean, I'm not a.
I hate it.
What I know of Australia is from blue tongue skinks.
I know. I hate it when people state the obvious. That was stupid of me.
No, it was not.
You should have said, "Well, Bob, I know where the skinks are." They're so clean. Wow. Okay.
Wow, that's right.
Nelson was too, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
And I kept a nose in there just because I thought he wanted company, and he never bothered them.
No, you didn't? Well, that's cool.
No, when I got those little green vine snakes and he passed, I used the anoles for the vine snakes.
My labs, my one lab, Max, the male, is afraid of water. Bella will dig in water, jump in water, 2 feet at a time, dive into water, jump up and down in water. Bella loves it. Max, I just pick up the hose to fill the water dish and he's off in the corner.
Wow.
Like, okay, Max, what are you doing over there? Perth, Western Australia, the driest, most isolated capital city in the world. I'm looking up now. Western. Oh, wow. What, even Western, Perth is the westest part of Western.
Do
Like,
you,
wow.
GRB, Glenn GRB or Glenn RB? Whoops, what happened? There we go. Do you know Perth Aquatics then, or Perth Aquariums? He's got
Oh,
a.
wow. And do you have any wild parrots that live nearby? Like you just look up and see parrots. Like I think that would be so freaking cool. Cockatoos and just look up and see birds like that. I think maybe because I'm not there, the grass is always greener, but Australia has some of the best reptiles and birds.
They
Like
do.
like nobody's business.
No, they do. It's not just you. They do.
Fish too, and fish. Just
Yep.
thought of all the fish they got.
Yep. Somebody, I know it was something I read. There's a colony of parrots that started somewhere in California, Southern California, and they're thriving and growing. Can't remember what kind of parrot, but they're really pretty. They're invasives.
Huh. I think ringneck parrots are invasive. I don't know if ringneck is a parrot. No, it's not a parrot. It's a bird. Just a bird. I don't know what kind of bird, but it's a ringneck. And there's another kind that we're not allowed to have. It's not the ringneck. It's the, I forget. Other people have them, but we can't have them in Pennsylvania.
Hey, Melvin.
Melvin. I hope you say hey to everybody. I tried to interest my in-laws into my YouTube channel and was playing my intro theme. And they're like, well, why do you do that? They obviously had could care less. Why do you do that? Why do you sing a song? You just sit there and look at a camera and talk all day?
Probably not going to get any subs there.
No. Well, yes, I did because I do her grocery shopping on her phone. So I went into YouTube and subbed. I got a sub. You know, I think I was hoping to hit 9,000 this year, but that's not going to happen. But I was hoping, but not doing anything about it. I am at 8,928.
Oh, that's doable.
Make videos. It would be doable. I just got to make videos.
Well, if anybody isn't subbed to Susie, you're missing
Quaker
some.
parrots. That's it. Thank
Quaker.
you. I was going to say the Quakers. Yep. Yep.
See why I say use my Wikipedia. But if
And
you're not
Don
subscribed
loves
to
the ringnecks. He watches them on YouTube, and they're a cute little peekaboo voice that they got a high pitched voice where Sophie's like, hello, hello.
And how they look at like babies and say this
Yes.
is and stuff. They're smart at saying.
Or even peeking into the aquarium. The one ring that was going peekaboo, peekaboo, like at the fish. Yes, Susie, we have white, black, red-tailed, black, pink, and gray galahs. That's my dream bird.
No.
The galah is my dream bird. Oh, they all visit his yard. I would be in heaven. I would never leave my yard. I would put a greenhouse up. I would never leave my yard. Oh, my gosh. Look at all those.
Thanks, Huawei.
That's beautiful. Could you imagine, Bob?
I know. And just the intelligence, I would be out there trying to get them all to talk with a twang, you know.
Yep.
Floyd has the lady's accent that I got him from that passed away.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Hey, Holly. Amen. I'm envious. Yeah, me too. And I don't know if it's just, but yeah, it can't be if a lot of people, they really do have some, and I think maybe because they export nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing. So they get the prettiest and bestest because we haven't tainted it. I said taint. Yep, I said it.
They can't import a lot of things either. Exactly, yeah. Susie. I never go anywhere. Just stay here with the critters.
Yeah, that staycation, man. That is awesome.
Staycation. I like that. Well, we have been going an hour.
Oh, look how fast that went.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I feel like I just kept babbling. I had the talkies tonight.
Well, I'm glad you did.
But
You
it
know,
wasn't a lot about reptile. Well, I guess it was. Yes, it was.
I'm going to get this snake out and make sure she's okay because she's just staring at me.
Well, why are you waiting until you get off camera to do that?
Well, you'll all want to see me get bitten. I know what you want.
Oh, is this the one that hasn't eaten yet? Yeah, no, I don't want to see you get bitten.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
she's never bitten me, but if I reach in to get her, she usually comes right out when I open the top.
But
She knows. She knows it's open. She's wanting me to feed her, I guess. So.
And is she the one that's right next to the black cat?
No, I'm on.
Okay, she might be a little scared.
Yeah, she's over there now.
She might be a little scared.
A little bit scared. She's scared.
She got that lioness sitting next to her, the Black Panther.
But you know, he's relaxed. He's got his back turned to me and he's facing the wall with his head down. He probably went to sleep. So he's not like feral scared. He's just settling in. He'll be okay. Maybe by Sunday I'll be petting him in my lap. I'll try.
It unsubscribed you from Sharpie. Yeah, I got unsubscribed from Sharpie too. I was upset. I had to resubscribe.
What happened?
Yeah, who is the CEO? Let's get them fired. If you know, you know.
Oh, it unsubscribed you from Sharpie.
Yeah.
That feed parrots and cockatoos on their decks.
Could you imagine? I'm telling you, instead of the house, I would just have a big porch. I would make it a big haven. They come and go all they want. I'd like him. I would sit out in my back. Oh, that would be awesome. I blame Elon. Yep, he's a good person to blame.
What are we talking about now? Oh,
why we're getting unsubscribed.
Oh, for TikTok, yeah. Thank you, Paul.
Just because, right? Just because. Who said Skipper? Monster Fish Girl out of the blue said Skipper. Did Skipper talk?
I don't know. Yeah, right above that. Oh, I know.
Oh, oh, I know. Yeah, right. If you know, you know. Okay.
You know.
CEOs are all scared. Eat the rich. I hear long pig is delish.
All right.
Oh, this was fun, Bob. Thank you. I'm glad you decided to go.
Well, I'm glad that I did myself.
I've been working so late every Friday that I never get home in time, but today was a presentation, so I got done afterwards. I was like, Reptales here. And I even made John dinner before that started.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's where I'm headed next. Well, thank you for encouraging me, and I enjoyed it.
Me too. Thank you.
And the dogs are ecstatic about it. They're so silly. They're sleeping. All right. Thank you, Sam, for all the links, and thank you, every moderator, including Skipper's a moderator. I cannot comment on that because, okay, probably because of your job would be my guess. Yes, my guess.
So many people are getting fired from posting on TikTok. Oh my God. So many people. I guess it was like that too, probably at YouTube in the beginning and Facebook.
Yeah, a lot of people do, or they
sure do.
If they're mean or something, and sometimes I'm kind of secretly glad they did, but
yeah, because some of these posts are really like rude and mean. But
Dragon Slayer's off to wash his dishes. So.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. Thanks, everybody, and we hope to see you Sunday night. You're going Sunday, right, Susie?
I have a plant shop to plant. Oh, cool. Yes, I am.
No,
you let me know if Dan wants to go on Sunday, but he doesn't want to stay up that late. You got my spot. It's open. Don't even have to ask me. You know it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks. Oh, it is related to work. I'll tell you when we go off soon. Well, you'll see it. He commented in our comments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Susie, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for going.